Hi, this is Mauvu doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping me in your thread. Um, so on board entry here, uh, just get to it. Yeah, you should be entering seeds on third person just for like the immediate like information you get from it compared to first person. Especially when you are playing on high render distance, it just gives you a better chance of like seeing a shipwreck immediately or like see like slightly hidden lava pools and stuff on spawn. Yeah, so on the way to the trees, you could have like placed the two sand just like out of the way somewhere and thrown out this diamond, and then in between these jumps up on the like side of this hill, you could have hotkeyed your fish out of your hotbar just to like so you only have the iron in your hotbar. And that's just gonna make like crafting easier. Like you could make all your iron tools, iron sword, shears bucket, all of that, and it's all going to go onto your hotbar. Um, and then just like just small crafting optimizations here. So it's just so you put the sticks in the middle. It's actually better to put them on the bottom so that you can like grab them or like grab half, put it here, and then your cursor's just much closer to where you want to start doing your tool craft compared to like going middle to then down and then you have to go back up. Um, Another reason is that like if you want to make a diamond sword, you just put your sticks here and then you hotkey in the diamonds, split or like grab half the stack, which is just one. So like, and you put the other one up here, and then then you make your diamond sword, and then you go back to normal tool crafts. Like, and then you have enough iron to go for an iron sword here, which is just like uh, it's just good for the blaze fight. So it's something you could consider learning. Oh, and then yeah, the thing with diamond shovel is like you could have made iron shovel, and diamond shovel only saves time compared to iron shovel when you're mining like soul sand and like soul soil, I believe. And I think it might save time on dirt when you dig down for a blind, but normally I just will go for an iron shovel in this situation because it's just like more clean to craft like that, and it's like takes less like mental like thinking, and like it's just nicer to not deal with it. Like having to hotkey in the diamond and then hotkey in the iron. You just do the iron and then craft. And like you can overlap the shovel and stuff. Um, diamond shovel. Oh, yeah, I feel like I ranted about diamond shovel quite a bit there. Um, so for like island pathing here, yeah. So like there's a little bit of like optimization you can do where, especially on shears, or like non TNT overworlds, you make your tools and stuff, and then you mine the rest of your first tree, and then you make your boat and doors, and then you grab the crafting table immediately before going to other trees for wood and more leaves. And that's just so that you don't have to backtrack to the crafting table later. If it's very, it's like much more important on islands compared to coasts because like you're normally going to have to go back towards where your crafting table is because your crafting table's on the coast. Like on an island, you might want to go to the second tree and then just keep going in that direction because you see an enter or something, but then you'd have to go back for your crafting table. I guess just like a few other mechanics things. You can like pick block leaves onto your hotbar if they're not already on your hotbar, like after you finish sharing. Why did? Is there a reason we went down here? Oh, because it was a mission. Yeah, so honestly, yeah, so there's like a little bit of a high roll play you can do there. Like you can throw out your sand like 5 or so seconds before you reach this kelp if you're confident in this being an enter. And what that does is it's gonna distract the dolphins and they're gonna like leave you, so you're not gonna have to build your portal with dolphins grace, which is really annoying. Um, but also what that does is like if this isn't real, then you'd no longer have the dolphins, which is bad. So it's very much like a high roll play. So I'm just gonna talk about like portal positioning here. So like you like say this was real, the way you want to, and if you want to do L shape, you want to make your portal in where it's most likely gonna have a lot of lava and be like deep, hopefully. Like so I would want to place the door on this block and use these two magma blocks as my portal because like that's towards the center of this sort of like circular like deeper part of the ravine where the lava is going to be compared to like where you do it here. You place the door here and use these two blocks. Like this like sort of very thin part of the magma ravine almost certainly would have no lava underneath it. Like that's something else to be thinking about because like when you're going down to a ravine because it doesn't seem like an obvious sort of like opportunity for time save, but if you're able to consistently like beeline straight for like magma blocks where it's like 2 deep or more compared to like occasionally you just get 1 deep, like that's like a lot of time save, like because 1 deep is just like 3 or 4 seconds slower in L shape at the very least. Yeah, we're doing 2 by 1 here. Yeah, and then like same thing here, like your if we go back to like a better view of the magma fiend, so that's the 2 by 1 you're doing your portal on, and you're making it so that you're like facing this way towards the edge of where the magma ravine is, so it's like less likely you're gonna see lava. Whereas if you had like door and door here and you're like facing this way, it's much easier to like it's more likely that you're gonna be able to have easy access to lava. All of that makes sense. Surprised you don't just build the portal on this because I'd very much feel like this has a real chance of being fake as well. Like you only have to like portal surgery 1 magma block for that L shape. Yeah, like Like, I mean, that's just like, there's nothing really to say about this apart from like bad portal, like building, really. Okay, you can use thin macro to erase. It's mainly just a ranked thing. And we should be F3C'ing on Nether Enter here. Maybe not. Okay, so if we want to play top down, you just staircase up with your stack of leaves here. And if you want to play manhunt, you would just go down, and then for consistency, you could mine 3 logs to have flame-proof blocks, because like nether wood doesn't burn. But yeah, or I guess you could also bridge over to this tree, go to here, and then staircase up as well if you're going for top down. But like, where are we going? Yeah, this is just super incorrect. Like, this terrain is way too long. We're going up here as well. Yeah, like, this is just huge time loss. See, there's lava on this one, yeah. So you can't do the, I don't think you can do the like, double, triple, like, breakthrough hole or whatever you call that. You got like 10 obby from this, right? Yeah, so when I get this much obby from the first chest, I just don't bother getting the other chests, because like obby is the only real like inconsistent part of housing. So like, and the same thing goes if I get all my obby out of these 2 chests, I won't check at the other triple even if it's there. Like, yeah, this is just, unless there's gold in these chests that ends up mattering, like this extra gold block, if that gives us like relevant trades, or like these 2 extra gold blocks, like this is just like 15 seconds time loss for like not much reason. See, even if you had got obby out of that, you only need 8 obby for 20, and then you've also got the bottom double chest as well. Just gonna several melee hits here. But yeah, so when you're going down here, well, you could have seen this guy, like, you saw the hitbox go past, you should have switched to gold ingots and just, yeah, like, don't just right click them. Like, that should be your, like, go-to action. You should just be right clicking, like, angry, like, guys that are coming at you instead of throwing gold, because they won't immediately notice the gold. And if you right click the guy, he'll still, like, he won't be able to hit you. What do we do there? Yeah, so there was, yeah, lava doesn't come in there. Yeah, what are we doing there? I don't understand. There was just no reason to go back and punch the guy. Yeah, I mean, you have to place the blocks further in on this, but yeah, this is why you normally want to place the blocks one further out, so that guys don't get stuck here, that you have to let in later. Like, had the blocks been placed one further out, they would have been pathing down here, and they'll be able to start trading this gold you give them already, instead of being stuck back there, unable to do anything. Not even sure we're gonna get those pigs because we never break the leaves. And yeah, with top down especially, um, it's just better to sort your inventory uh, while looting the double chest because like it's just like a cleaner place to put it. Like you don't have to waste time like going to a place that's gonna like you're not gonna be picking stuff up. Like you just open this, loot it, and then just put all the random stuff you don't want into this chest, like you're doing now. Like you could have just only done that and been completely fine. But like one thing we're missing out of this bastion route really is like crafting a bed instead of just sitting on our trading pit. Like I mean we've got everything, but like we should be trying to pre-craft a bed before going back for our trades. I guess we could have, did we pick up gold or yeah. And yeah, up your render distance a lot more. And yeah, you just don't normally want to fall in the lava though. I think that's pretty obvious why. Yeah, you should use other blocks, like blocks other than leaves, because like you'll see most people will use soul sand because it's like you consistently get it out of bastions and like it's just nice to use for the blaze fight because like well I'll explain later but yeah um, you can just ignore these guys like I'm pretty sure we have more food, right? No, where did we like okay I'm must have been a horrible BT. I must have missed something I think but okay yeah just something else I should have pointed out earlier. You, fire charges are just better than flint and steel because like you can chuck out the flint and steel mid bastion route and that's going to have cleared an inventory slot for you, but if you throw out fire charges mid bastion route like you'll just be picking up more fire charges later from trades, so it's not actually like clearing out your inventory when doing that. And then like similar or like another reason is just like when you have like a wood light enter or a rune portal enter that uses a fire charge, you want to have like the muscle memory for using fire charges in the rest of your run compared to flint and steel because like I mean, yeah you don't want to be like relying on flint and steel when you did a wood light enter and then you like can't blind because you don't have a light. Have we seen the spawner? Like so I think you could have pearled over to the left there for like a more direct pearl onto the fortress here. Like yeah, I don't think we've seen the spawner. Um, so you shouldn't be lowering. Like it's fine to lower render distance on a fortress like this because it's semi over lava lake, which is going to increase mob spawns in the fortress, so you could get like more strays. But you want to have the information of where the spawner is, so that you can reliably back up into going into the like a like blaze bed and stuff. Like this is what we should have been doing earlier, just like higher render distance, just trying to go to like new parts of the fortress where it's more likely to have the blaze spawner. And like this is the type of area where you want to be using thin macro and the mapless pie chart to try and help you like find the blaze spawner quickly. And yeah, like just here, like nether bricks is like normally one of the first overlaps you want to do on the way to the fortress for this sort of reason. I mean, assuming you've already got the blaze bed pre-crafted, what you can do is you can just pick block your nether bricks after clearing out the first cycle, place the like nether brick, and then you just blaze bed straight after, and it's so much more consistent at getting a fully blaze bedded spawner for your second cycle of blazes. Whereas what we've had to do here is we've made our wall, made our bricks, placed down the crafting table, and then like we get a one spawn. Like it's just minus potentially up to 3 blazes that we could have had there. I'm just assuming these pauses are because you're like, I don't know, maybe there's like IRL interruptions or something, like, because there's not really any reason to pause. Like, oh yeah, and then these sort of like things on the side, or like any platform for the blaze spawners. Back to what I was saying earlier, soul sand is just better. Um, there's two reasons. Like when you hit a mob when it's on soul sand, it takes much less knockback than it does normally. So it's easier to get a follow-up crit on like the blazes when you hit them on soul sand because they barely move at all. And then the other reason is when blazes like shoot fire and it hits soul sand, it makes soul fire, and soul fire is not as bright as normal fire, and so it's like not bright enough to actually block any blazes spawning in the blaze spawner. But like this fire is bright enough, so like this fire is like significantly impacting like your blaze spawns that you would get for the spawner like fires now. And then yeah, also not using nether brick for this means you get to save nether brick for like 0 and stuff, which is just like the preferred block that you want to use there. Um, I think I don't know if we're going for 0 on this, but if we are, we should be doing like trying to get all our inventory sorted like right now, because this is the point in the run where you've got like the least cluttered inventory possible, because like you've only like, well, you've had all this time to like overlap sort out your inventory, like in between spawns, in between blaze hits, in between parts of the fortress, that you've been able to clear out chunk from the bastion route, and it's before you're about to pick up any like like cobblestone and like random blocks that you get from like measuring eyes and going to chords. Like it's just better. Like if we craft or like crafting beds in the portal room, you're gonna have like maybe stone bricks in your inventory and like netherrack from digging to quartz, and like just there's so much stuff that you can randomly have in your inventory that's gonna make it more difficult to do your bed crafts because there's like just more like random stuff in your inventory. Three bar blinds. Where are we going? Okay, yeah, water bucket just doesn't do anything really. Like you can't use it in the nether. So then what are you getting it for? Like to use in the stronghold? Like yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't do anything. And like lava bucket, as long as you've got fire res, you can use it in the nether to like, because you can like actually lava bucket clutch, and as long as you haven't fallen that far, it does just completely uh like save you from any fall damage. Um, and then obviously you can use it to just like you dump lava on like piglins that are following you when you're about to build your um second portal. It'll just take care of them for you without having you to like kill them or anything. Like it's just useful to use. Uh, Same thing, like you can do it in the stronghold. Like say there's like a creeper behind you when you're about to enter the portal room, you can just put lava behind you, and then the creeper will die in that without bothering you in the portal room. You know. Yes, there's just like a lot of hesitation in these like decisions. Like we know it's 2.4k. That's like 300 blocks in the nether, so you should just be like trying to go really far. Like but we're just like with super tunnel visioning on our chords, I think. Like we're trying to fix our Z coordinate instead of just like trying to make progress. Like it's just like just one more pearl diagonally, I feel like. Yeah, why are we not pearling? I thought we had like, and I guess we no, we have 15, right? Like crazy. Okay, so we should just change our settings immediately on Stronghold Enter. Um, Because like we've been unpaused for a while there, allowing mobs to spawn in for the preemptive, um, and you just don't want to let that happen as much as you can help it because mobs just any mobs that you have rendered in front of the portal room will hide the portal room spike, and like you just don't want to deal with that because then you can't like accurately find the portal room from starter. Okay, but yeah, like we had a ton of extra pearls we could have used for second portal. Like here, we're having to clear out our inventory. Like this is just what I was talking about before. Like we're not gonna craft. Isn't it zero eye? You could have like eat animation skipped by like place like jumping, then just double clicking with the eyes, and then the food, and then just hold eating the food as you go through the portal to like eat it, like skip the animation, but you still eat the pork chop fully. We not this is like not a hard zero. Like especially if you want to go to 91, this is very makeable. Definitely could have gone for that. And yeah, you want to do half bow. Not that like you want to be either north south when you start your half bow, because it's going when you break the first crystal, the dragon's going to shoot you, right, and then it's going to choose its next path. And if it chooses to perch after shooting you, it's going to perch diagonally, and then like it's just going to be difficult to one cycle at that point. I mean, this is just like I didn't really think that was going to break, but I mean, you definitely could have just blown it up on a cycle earlier, because you don't really need to wait for like extremely good bed damage unless you have four or less beds, because like if you've got five, you just blow it up on the cycle before it takes like I don't know 25 damage, and then it's just the same as doing a four bed on the next rotation, but you've got 25 damage down, so it's like super free hitting a four bed on that. Um, and then yeah, like we also, well, I guess we did wrong side obby as well. Yeah, there's a couple of things here. It's like obviously the stuff with like blowing up a bed earlier, just to like, or like on an earlier rotation, just for like sooner you're starting to damage the dragon. And then another thing, like you want to wait for the dragon to perch on the opposite side which you placed the obsidian. It just, I can't remember the reason why, but like it just makes the dragon less likely to flip. You do more, like slightly more damage, and it's less likely to break your bed on the first like explosive. And then you could have also preset up an anchor, which is just good for being able to hit a 3+1, because it just is really good for being able to get good damage on like the first uh like explosion if the dragon's height is weird. And then also it's good for because the anchor can't be broken by the dragon, so even if your bed breaks you can blow up the anchor to save the one cycle. Yeah, I'm guessing it just perches right here again. Yeah, like that was good. Like we blew up the bed early and it didn't actually cost us anything, because we were still able to like kill the dragon in essentially four beds, right? Because we just like blew up the next four rotations it did, and it still died in those 4 rotations. So it's not like a time loss, like using 5 beds compared to 4, if that makes sense. But yeah, as far as like important or like major like areas of improvement, I'd say it's mainly like the terrain decisions, like getting to the bastion. There was very like weird, slow like terrain decisions. Instead of trying to take a more linear line and use the like stack and a half of leaves we got, we just go around the side as if we've got like 0 blocks to use, and like we lose like a ton of time, and we don't even take the like open terrain up here straight to the like bastion. We like go around some weird way, like um and then like similarly on the way to second portal, there's a lot of like hesitancy, like um in like where we're going, like it's like we've permanently not really knowing our direction to uh the stronghold, where like if when you're like going back through the second portal, and we're F3Cing while looking down, and we look at this like angle, we can like adjust the direction we're facing to be looking in the direction of the stronghold when we re-enter the nether. And then you re-enter the nether, you're still looking in the direction of the stronghold. You take like that mental note of the direction that you're facing, and like that's the line to the stronghold, and you're like, and then you F3C again, you see how far the stronghold is in the nether, and then like that gives you most of the information you need to get like 20 or so blocks away from second portal chords, and then you can just whatever mental like brain stuff you need to do to like figure out how you can like quickly and consistently like get yourself on stronger chords. It's like something else, like, but yeah, it's like there's a lot of like, if I'm looking at this, right, I'm just going around here and I'm seeing this terrain, I'm purling straight on it, and then you see these hoglins, and you know you need to go past them because the stronghold's 2.5k away, so you just whip a pearl again, like over to this terrain. We've got a ton of pearls, like loads of food. We don't need to worry about pearling too much, really. Like, it's just like stuff like this. You can't really like fix it straight away, but um, it is like like time loss that you're dealing with here. Yeah, I think that's everything I'm gonna mention. If you've got any questions, just ping me in your thread, and yeah, thanks for sending in the